Now, we're going to start with my being in business. Okay, my first business was in my 20s, and I was lucky. My brother bought a restaurant, an old restaurant. It had all the equipment, everything was already in there, and the building and everything. And I told him, well, you know, hey, you got your money invested in this thing, you're not getting nothing out of it. So why don't you just give it to me, and then I'll just pay you, and then we'll just go from there. You know, and he said, well, you know, it's costing him money just to have it sit there. So then he let me go on and start it up. That was a tough one because it was a closed business, and trying to start it up, open the doors and get the people in there, it's tough. I mean, it's not like a brand new building and building everything brand new, and it's a chain where the big name where people start flocking in. So it was a little difficult to start up like that. So it started off slow, and then it worked its way. I built the business up and up. But I was about 5 years in this business. Most of my businesses, I get about 5 years. Usually about 5 years, I got the business built up, and then I lose interest because I get bored. And then it's running smooth, and I'm making money, and that's the time I leave. That's usually about when my wife gets upset with me. For right about the time we start making money, I'm ready to leave. So, but anyway, so that's the way I started my first one. Then I said, okay, what I want to do is I want a hunting lodge and a fishing lodge. That's what I want. I want that. So then I started thinking, well, what can I do to get one of those? And I'd be traveling to Colorado. I'm from Oklahoma, Kansas state lines where I'm from. And so I'd travel over to Colorado, start looking around and seeing about these lodges. And I'd hit them up just like I said, you know, go into people and ask them if they want to sell and stuff like that. And I didn't do too good at that. And then it was a lot of expense doing all that kind of traveling and stuff like that. There wasn't no internet at that time. So, so what I ended up doing is when I was back, you know, where at my home, I had a guy say, well, you know, you're not doing anything. I want to go on vacation. Would you take my place when I go on vacation? I said, well, I don't know. What do you do? And he said, well, I drill oil wells, midnight to 8. And I said, well, I don't know anything about drilling the oil wells. And I said, well, come on over here and start doing it. And so then I started working for him. This was in November. And so I started working for him, and I took 2 weeks off, and I did it. And I started learning how to drill oil wells, you know. So then I did that, and then by the time I got done, some other people said, I want to go on vacation too, and will you take my place? And I go, well, yeah. Okay, what it is, at that time, the pay scale was running about $2.25 an hour, and I was getting paid $4.25 an hour. And so, you know, hey, I thought this was good stuff, man. I like this. So, you know, so then that's why I just kept working for everybody as they go on vacation. And then pretty soon, they decided they liked my work. So then they wanted me to stay working on the rig. And I go, well, hey, I'll stay, you know, that kind of money, I love it, you know. So I was working on the rig, and come Christmas, they started giving out Christmas bonuses. Well, they gave me $200. I was only there for 2 months, less than 2 months. They gave me $200. In my business, I give 20 bucks for a Christmas bonus. You know, here they are giving me 200. So I mean, I was excited. And then some of these other people, they were getting paid hundreds and thousands of dollars. And then some of them, the ones that were running the rig and stuff, they were getting a new truck. And I thought, boy, this is what I want to be the one giving out the bonuses. So then I started thinking, well, what can I do so I can own one of these rigs? And the next thing I know, they laid me off. It was the end of the year, and they shut down the rig. And then, so then I went to the guy that was running the rig at the time, and I said, hey, you want to go in partners, and we'll buy a drilling rig, and we'll start drilling wells. And then, well, he's only known me for 2 months. And you know, and I've only been in the business 2 months, so you know, he didn't want to go in partners with me. So I thought, well, okay, no problem. So what I ended up doing is I started, this guy ended up buying his own rig and starting his own business, and I started working for him midnight to 8. And then the people that we'd drill wells for, I would say, you know, we'd find the oil. So I learned how to find oil when I'm drilling. So I'd find the oil, and I said, well, you need some help on setting this well up, getting it pumping and everything. And the thing is, and they said, well, how much? And I said, well, no, nothing. but you're gonna have to teach me. I don't know anything about doing that. And they say, oh, no problem, yeah. So then at night, I'd work on the rig, and during the day, I'd help set up oil wells. And so I did that for 6 months for free. I worked for anybody for free. And boy, I mean, I had people from all over that would call me in and start doing work. I mean, hey, everybody likes to somebody do free work, you know. So, and if I didn't know anything about it, you know, they had to teach me. So I learned how to blow up wells. I was fracking them, and then I learned how to run electric, because we had to run electric to the wells and get them going. Let's see, the tank batteries. I had to set up tank batteries and plumbing. And I learned lots of stuff, and ditching, you know, so we could ditch all this stuff. And you know, I learned so much stuff. And then at the end of 6 months, then all of a sudden I said, okay, if anybody needs any help, I'll help you. $25 an hour. I've got a pickup and I got some pipe wrenches. And then everybody said, whoa, $25 an hour. And then, you know, but the problem is, or the good thing is, that by then, everybody knew who I was. I worked for everybody for free. So everybody knew who I was. Everybody knew I was good at my work. So now they have to pay for me, $25 an hour. And then, so then they were happy to pay, because they knew they didn't have to stand behind me to get a job done. They wanted a tank battery. They said, Mike, go put a tank battery over here. And then I'd go set up a tank battery right there. And I'd charge them so much, and they just give me so much. And by then, I already knew how long it takes to do the work and stuff like that. So then, you know, I say, you want a tank battery? I think it was like $4,000. I'll set up a tank battery, $4,000. You just have them deliver the tanks out here, and then I'll have it all set up, and I do all the contracting. I call the people to put the gravel out, and then I call the people to bring the tanks out, set the tanks, and then I do the plumbing, and I do everything. They don't have to do nothing. So I was well worth the $4,000 to do it. And like I say, I could do it in less than a week. I'd get $2,000 profit off the thing. Hey, I was happy. I did really good. So that's how I got into the oil business. Okay, now, and then the oil business, well, it ended up, the government, we started making too much money. And then the government came up with the windfall profit tax, in which they took 1/3 of my income right off the top. And anybody in the oil business, they took 1/3 to 1/2 right off the top. And so a lot of people went bankrupt. And I didn't go bankrupt, but I did lose everything. And so then, but at that time, I worked my way up. I had 100 oil wells, and you know, I was making lots of money, but a lot of my money was going to the bank. And then, like I say, when they took 1/3, then that pretty much put me under. So anyway, most of my money was already paying off my debt. So you know, it took me a while, but I did finish all my debt off, paid my debt off. But anyway, so after that, here I was broke. I had nothing. And then so I started pumping gas. The guy that, he let me pump the gas, and I'd get so much a gallon that I pumped. And you know, I don't want to get paid by the hour. I hate getting paid by the hour. There's only so many hours in the day. And if I can't buy this gas station, at least let's work out some kind of a deal. So then I got paid, and I told him, I said, hey, just give me so much a gallon, and that's it. And then I think it was like 2 or 3 cents a gallon, something like that. And this station, when I first got it, was pumping about maybe 1,500 gallons a day. And then he just loved it. The guy that owned it would come over and watch me, because he loved to see me make tips. I was making tips at the gas station, filling people's gas up and making tips. He never seen anything like that. And that's because I really do service. I want to check the oil. I want to, what can I do to help you in your car? And then it ended up, I got up to 3,000 or 4,000 gallons a day, and I started making some money. But I couldn't buy the place. I couldn't own it. I just had to be a worker. So then I said, well, I need something different. And that took me about a little over a year to do that. And then I found this restaurant. It's all complete restaurant, all by itself, and it's part of a chain. I think it was Henry's Hamburgers or something like that.